So you picked up your first guitar and now you're wondering, what else do you actually need to get started? Well, you've come to the right video. Now, this video is definitely more targeted for beginners, but if you are an intermediate or more advanced player, I still have a bonus tip for you at the end of this video, and you might find this game-changing if you haven't heard of it yet. So let's jump into it. 5 accessories every guitar player should have. And let's start with the simplest one, guitar picks. You might think they are all the same, but the difference in how they feel and sound is massive. Thinner picks bend more, so they're perfect for acoustic strumming. They give you that bright, jangly sound, and thicker picks are better for electric solos or heavy riffs. You'll get more control and a punchier tone. Based on the brand you go for, they all feel and wear out differently. Some will be more slippery, some will be more grippy. You really need to find out what works best for you. Don't just settle on the first pick you try, because you may be missing out on something that feels better for you. My recommendation is to grab a mixed variety pack from Dunlop, for example, so you can test different sizes and materials. You'll quickly find what feels right for you. And the last thing I want to say on picks is, trust me, get a lot of them. They disappear faster than socks in the dryer. As soon as you drop this, it's gone. Next, you absolutely need a clip-on tuner, one of this little thing. You can't sound good if your guitar isn't in tune, no matter how much you practice. So a clip-on tuner picks up vibration directly from the guitar, so you can place it on the headstock just like that and leave it there if you want. This means it's super accurate even in a noisy room. It's also usually faster and more accurate than using a phone app. I tend to leave mine on my acoustic guitar at all time, and the battery life lasts forever. I personally really like this model. It's the D'Addario Micro headstock. I did a video a while back on this little one. If you are interested, I will leave a link right here. But yeah, highly recommend, very easy to use and very handy. Moving on to the third accessory, a capo. This tiny thing opens up a lot of possibilities. There are a couple of reasons you need a capo. Well, the most obvious one is that if you want to play some popular acoustic songs, you will quickly realize that half of them will require a capo. And the second one is that because you can instantly change the key of a song, it's super useful if you are a singer and the original key is too high or too low for you to sing, so you can quickly shift that on the neck. And of course, if you want to go into songwriting, when you move the capo up the neck, your chords will totally sound different, new texture, have a simple progression, sound completely fresh by just changing the tone. So I have a few capos right here, different types actually. This one's probably the most popular one, so it's like a spring-loaded Dunlop version. They have different colors. This is probably my top pick. They're quite cheap. They work really well for both acoustic and electric guitars. They look fine and they're very easy to use. You just slap them on. This one is a similar sort of concept but looks different. It's also spring-loaded. I feel like the spring is a bit stronger on this one. So Kaiser is also a very popular capo brand. I'll put all those links obviously in the description. This one's a bit different. I think it's a generic brand. There's no branding visible on this. I can't remember where I got it from. But yeah, it just has a screw mechanism, so it's a bit longer. It's not like just slapping on the neck. But I find it's really nice because it's very low profile and it gives me good tuning stability overall. You can basically gauge how much you press on those strings, if that makes sense. Once you start using one, you'll understand why it is essential for a guitar player to have one of those in your bag at all times. Number 4, you need a proper guitar stand. I know it sounds basic, but I can't stress this enough. Don't lean your guitar against the wall. It will fall. It's not if, but when. And obviously I am saying this from personal experience. A good sturdy stand protects your guitar, but it also encourages you to play more. So when your guitar is visible within reach, you're going to grab it 10 times more often, trust me. This one I've got here is from X Vibes. They sent it to me for review recently. This isn't sponsored, but I really like this. It's very solid, great design, very simple. It folds flat, as you can see, so it's also great if you gig, for example, and you need something that you can throw in a bag. This is a nice little form factor that will fit into some backpacks, and it's very easy to put into place, locked in with some magnet, and then you twist the back here to provide additional points of contact, and you're good to go. And I think it also looks great compared to more generic ones. I'll show you side by side with another cheap plastic one that I have as well, but I do recommend you spend a bit more money into something that's a bit more durable and that isn't going to tip and make your instrument fall. As an alternative, the Hercules are also a solid choice. And you can also go for wall-mounted stand. I'm a huge fan of having guitars on the walls. That looks awesome, especially if you have a few guitars on display. And talking about wall mount, shameless plug here, I actually sell 3D printed guitar wall mount that I have designed myself and print with my home printer. So if you are interested in those, if you like this design, I will also share the Etsy link below the video so you can go and check it out. And last but not least, number 5. This one was sent to me by Craft Geek. So thanks Craft Gift for sending this to me. It's a smart tablet or sheet music stand. Obviously you are familiar probably with music stand. They're something that's very old. You get all those generic looking ones. This one's a bit different. It folds again with some smart features. It's all metal construction. It's got a light and some modular things you can add. I really like overall how quick and easy it is. You can lock the feet as well pretty easily at the bottom so they don't dangle around. So overall, really nice design. And this is how compact this folds into, and it comes into a nice little carry bag. So these sort of stands are perfect for learning songs, you know, reading tabs or following backing tracks without having to stop and grab your phone. You can adjust the height, the angle, it folds down easily, and it looks a lot cleaner than trying to balance your tablet on your legs or on an amp or on your couch or anything like that. So again, big thanks to Craft Geek for sending this one over. Definitely one of those accessories that makes practicing more enjoyable and more comfortable. Alright, and like I said earlier, I wanted to include a bonus tip that isn't really an accessory, but I think it's one of the most valuable tools for guitarists of any level, and drum roll, this is Guitar Pro. So if you've never used it, it's a software that lets you play, edit, write guitar tabs, but what makes it incredible is that you can actually play them back to you. So it's like a dynamic tab system. So you can listen to this tough part of a solo over and over again until you get it. I personally would be lost without this software. I don't think I could read a static tab anymore with no audio. That is really not fun. So among some of my favorite features, you can slow down fast solos, loop tricky sections, isolate and mute instruments, and even build your own backing tracks. So it's like having a built-in teacher and virtual band. I've used it for years and years, and I'm not joking. I used to have a hacked version of Guitar Pro 3 back in the early 2000s. So I'm paying for it now. Obviously, I think we're up to version 7 or 8. And to be fair, it's 100% worth the price. It's a one-off purchase, it's not a subscription, and then when they update it, you can pay for the upgrade. If you already have the current one, the upgrade is obviously cheaper than buying it from scratch. And by the way, let me know in the comments if you'd want me to do a more detailed video on this software. I think there is a lot to say, maybe on how I've been using it to learn, but also how to create tutorial, how to create backing tracks, and so on. So that's my list of 5 must-have guitar accessories plus this little bonus. I've linked everything below, including the Guitar Pro software. And let me know in the comments which accessory you cannot live without. Maybe it wasn't in this list, maybe I need to do a second video. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.